Welcome to Gabe's Cave, and I'm Drool Pool.
And I'm Brandon.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. A couple of the OGs in the house. We're going to be more and more involved, I think. Yeah. And before we get talking about everything, let's thank our sponsors. You know, we couldn't do it without them. So let's just talk about some of the upcoming events that we got. I know on March the 25th, we have the Shreveport Card Show at 735 American Way in Shreveport, Louisiana. That is on a Saturday. It starts at 8 a.m. Come out and see me. I know Tone's going to be there. Tone Rodriguez is going to be there doing some comic stuff, but we're actually going to be doing cards. We're going to set up some cards and stuff.
Wax packs?
Wax packs, yeah. Yeah, so Shreveport Card Show, March 25th. We also have OKC Pop Culture Convention, June 24th and 25th in Oklahoma City. We also have the Oklahoma City, the OKC HorrorCon. That is August the 5th and 6th. And then we have Cowtown Comic Con in Fort Worth, Texas, September 30th through October 31st. And yeah, man, we got just about 4 or 5 shows lined up for the year. Not a lot that we're doing this year, but you know, we've been busy here at the shop.
Yeah, we got some new shirts. Some new hats.
Dragon Ball Z. I really think that, and I know I'm probably speaking out of turn, but actually the day I think this episode's going to be is the day that she's going to be here.
Oh, wow.
Stephanie Donnelly is going to be here, the voice of young Goku and young Gohan and Trunks, and she's going to be here at the cave signing. Yeah, make sure that you come by and see us. And at any of our events, so people know, we are facilitators for CBCS. So we offer CBCS grading and witnessing signatures at all of our events. So make sure that if you want something signed, or if you got something that if you show up at one of our events and you want to have a comic graded, we can definitely do that. And we're also genuine COA facilitators. So we, if we got a celebrity or at any of our events, such as the Pop Culture Con, I know we're going to be there doing COAs. We're going to be doing COAs at the HorrorCon and at Cowtown Comic Con.
Nice. Yeah. Got to get that certified.
Hey, it's like insurance. I mean, it's not for you. Insurance is not for you. It's for the people that you leave behind.
That's right.
All right, well, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, we're going to give away something first.
We're going to give away something?
What are we giving away?
Giving away some cards.
We'll give it away now. All right, congratulations to all of you lucky winners.
And last place, you get a loot box.
Absolutely, and you know what them loot boxes are. Do a video of you open it up and tag us in it. We love being hashtagged and everything. You can hashtag Gabe's Cave, Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. You can
Nasty's Hole, whatever.
Hole, yeah, whatever, yeah. Definitely tag us in your videos. We'd love to see what you got. So today we're just going to do a couple of some of the OG stuff, right, that we like doing. We like doing some unboxings. It's really what we started out doing. We're going to do some unboxing today. So let me grab my box. We've had these for quite a while. It's funny. I was cleaning up the studio last weekend, and I found these 3 boxes behind the desk. And I'm thinking, what are these? See, I done forget about them. Buy so much junk. Sometimes I get on this website at night and just kind of.
While you're drinking some Cabazier.
Yeah, is there another one in there? Yeah, I'll get in there at night and just look at some things and see if I win. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Most of the time, I don't. I don't even, like I said, I don't even remember what I bought. Ain't that terrible? What is that? Oh, it's a 9.8.
Spider-Man 2099.
9.8.
Can't beat that. That's coming.
That book is going up. It's one of those ones that's going up little by little. You remember when we were first? I remember them being graded for about $50. You remember that?
Right.
And they're close to what, $200 now?
Correct.
This is a Shinobi Ninja Princess #1. It is a underground comic. Ninja Princess #1. I thought it's a cool book. Who knows?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it either. You ever heard of Action Lab?
Yes.
Nearby. Have you really?
Yes. Sharky the Bounty Hunter. A 9.8.
You know, I remember when this book came out, and I was in Oklahoma City when that book came out, and I really thought that was a good book. I read the very first one, and I have it back there in my lap somewhere.
I mean, it's hard not to go with any kind of Mark Millar book because he has gotten a lot of stuff out.
Yes.
And it's Simone Bianca art, which is really good. If you probably might know him from Marvel Masterpieces, did an excellent set.
Here's another one.
That's some old school 90s stuff there.
That is old school 90s stuff. And I thought it was cool. I love the artwork.
Senoraka.
Kind of sexy. I don't know how you say her name, but anyway, it's a 9.8. Really cool book from the 90s.
Got a nice looking cover here. Spider-Man Spider Shadow #1. That is an Alan Qua cover.
Oh, yeah.
He is a big time up and comer that's been making a lot of waves with his art. Remember seeing him on Scott's Collectibles. You could get commissions from him at one point. Really, really affordable. At this point, I doubt you can get it affordably, but really detailed work.
You got Venom. You see that?
All right.
What we got there?
Amazing Spider-Man #108. The 7.5.
Yeah, that's
Nice
probably
right there.
it's a first appearance of somebody. First appearance of Shashan. Deshaun's.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, you never know,
You
right?
never know. Oh, I like this. I like these. Might do these as a duo.
Uh-oh.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, look at her. First appearance of Black Cat, and you know she is.
194.
Oh, whoa. That's an upgrade for me. I knew I had one in there that was better than the other. Yeah,
Two Black Cats are better than one.
two Black Cats are better than one. One of them's going in the personal collection, which means I think I either got a 9.2 or a 9.0 that'll go out in the backstock bins.
It's a good-looking book. And Black Cat, you know, you think at some point Black Cat would make an appearance.
I think she's making an appearance in this next movie.
We'll find
If
out.
I'm not mistaken. Brandon, I think she's in the next movie.
I don't believe it until I see it.
Well, look at here what we got here. That'd be Aliens #1.
So that's your wife's, right?
I don't know. I think she's got a 9 point something. I think she's got a 9 point.
But she wants all the
6.
aliens.
She can't have every one of
She
them.
wants all the aliens.
She wants them all. 6 point. Oh, look at it. It's never been pressed. That's why. That's why I look for it. Look at the sides.
Oh, yeah. That's
So that book's never been pressed. A lot of these books have never been pressed. It's this collection that I was buying. A lot of the books have never been pressed. I think I could send that back to CGC right now and get them to press it, and that definitely is going to grade a 7. That's always a good book to have. I think, like I said, that seems like that book continues to rise. Here, you can open that one. What we got right here? This is Inhumans and the Black Widow. This is Amazing Adventures #1.
That is the first Black Widow solo story.
Is it? It's a Jack Kirby and John Romita cover. Just iconic cover. Me, I'm a sucker for #1s, and why not this one too? Huh? Really, really nice. Beautiful, vibrant colors. front and back. Really nice.
We can probably combine our forces on these. But we have the Amazing Spider-Man 26, first appearance of Patch and Crime Master.
Yep. And
We have 3 of them.
we have 3 of them. Holy shit. Why do I have 3 of those, Brandon?
Kabazia.
I don't know why I bought 3 of them, but I think what I wanted one of them, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to get one, so I bid on all 3 of them.
Nice.
But if, again, none of them's been pressed, I really think that you definitely can make it go up a grade or 2. Not sure if it's worth it or not, but hey, Spider-Man number 26. So if you're building a set of the original Spider-Man, there you go.
Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man 36, first appearance and origin of Looter. Looter.
Oh yeah,
Look out for Looter.
another early Spider-Man book. We definitely didn't have it in our series, and yeah, it looked looks pretty good. I really think that if somebody press these, but you know these old Spider-Man books, it's hard to press these things. Sometimes you're just afraid it'll crack, right? But I'm looking at that one right there. See that corner where it is? You could definitely press that. Along the sides, you could press that. If I could get this press, I think that might go for maybe a 5. Maybe. But another great book to have in your collection. Spider-Man.
Is that Ghost Rider number 1? Origin of first appearance, first Ghost Rider. This isn't This isn't Ghost Rider from Marvel. This is.
Oh, it is.
But it's
This is Ghost Rider.
It is
the
but
Western
it isn't.
legend.
The
The Western hero. So there was a Western one, and then there was, Johnny Blaze.
Right.
This is.
When people think Ghost Rider, they think of the motorcycle.
Yeah, but there's somebody in the back that really wants that book. Film Forces number 1.
Film Force. Oh my goodness, that is
Straight up 90s. Or is that 80? That's 84, ain't it?
that's 84.
Oh, wow.
That is a take on exploitation films. If you know about exploitation films, that is some real underground stuff.
So this is Forgotten Realms number 1.
I would say Vox Machina.
It is based on Dungeons and Dragons, I believe. TSR role-playing game.
It fits.
Really cool.
Not a bad little haul.
A little bad little haul. Keep an eye open for us. We'll definitely be announcing when the back stock room's open.
Maybe do a tour.
Yeah, maybe do a tour. Not sure how we're going to do it yet. We've got a couple of different ways that we're looking at doing, but really excited about having it up and running pretty soon.
I definitely feel like people will fly in for this.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Yep, because we got a lot of backstock.
a lot.
a lot of books like that backstock.
Right.
So I really think it's going to be cool, and hey, you just never know. Never know. All right, well, Brandon, we can keep rambling for a long time, but there's no need to ramble. We got visitors here today.
Well, let's go ahead and do our next auto spotlight.
Let's do it. Hey, welcome to this week's artist. We have James Dixon. How you doing, James?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Marty?
Man, I'm doing absolutely incredible. So, what have you been up to lately?
I've actually been working on new mediums. I'm trying acrylics for the first time. I did some watercolors not too long ago, so I'm trying to branch out away from Copics and colored pencils and try some new full-on paintings. So it's been fun.
So you've been with us since the very beginning, I believe, Series 1. Is that correct?
Yeah, you guys have been great, so I'll go as long as you'll have me.
Well, I'll tell you what, it seems like to me that you are getting better and better every year. I mean, I wished I had some of your Series 1. That's what we ought to do. That's what we ought to do.
I still have blanks. I'll do one up for you.
No, I'm talking about, I know nobody likes us to make prints and copies and stuff like we don't do that. But we scan everybody's cards because the first year, what if we continue doing this for 20 years?
Yeah.
People are going to want to know, well, where's Series 1? What Series 1 looks like? We're always trying to collect all kinds of, collector's cards and trading cards and stuff like that. I mean, surely somebody's going to want to try to go after all the originals one day.
For sure.
But, I know we talked about, making a book that showed all the series. That would be really cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
I just don't know what all the artists would think, not that we're wanting to copy and sell their work or any of that stuff. We would like to have a book that showed every year that we did.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think most artists would be on board with that. It'd be cool just to see, even, like myself and the other artists that have been on for multiple seasons. It'd be cool to kind of see that evolution in their work.
I'm telling you, your work has so much. I mean, it's amazing. I'm looking at your cards and I'm thinking, wow, do I have to give these away?
I'm glad you're showing them because I had almost forgotten which ones I had done, to tell you the truth. But
it hasn't been that long.
I've got a 5-minute memory span, so.
Yeah, me too. Oh, so let's talk about them because I'll go ahead and tell you I have some favorite ones in here, but you definitely made a lot of people happy because like this one right here, I mean, you covered the Lord of the Rings, you've covered Harry Potter. I don't know what that one is. Who is that?
That's one of the orcs from the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings series that was just recently out.
Okay. Well, Darren said he thought it was an orc. And you got Margaret Hamilton, Wicked Witch of the West. Is that correct?
Right. Yep, correct.
Mork. I love Mork. So let's go back and let's talk about all of them first because I mean, it is like a mix. Like you got some comics, you got some phenomenal, shows, you got some Muppets. So, and then you got some vintage, what I would call Mork and Mindy. So, what made you decide to do these cards?
Well, that's the beauty of doing cards for you guys is, just having that open range, do whatever you want kind of thing. So for an old guy like myself, I've got a few years to pull a reference from. So most times it's just, characters that I enjoyed. Could be something I've watched recently that maybe caught my interest, like that orc that we were talking about a minute ago. And then nostalgia, right? So when you get to be my age, so Mork and Mindy was a nostalgia pull. Loved Lord of the Rings, so Gandalf was a no-brainer as a choice. And the Muppets have always been fun, and Beaker and Dr. Honeydew have always been a funny part of that show. And my family had recently got me a T-shirt with Beaker and Dr. Honeydew on it. Just said science on the bottom of it, so that was kind of an inspiration to pull one of those characters in.
So on your Gandalf here, I don't know if they can see it real good here, but it is incredible. It is one of the best ones I've ever seen, and I've seen several Gandalfs.
Thank you. I mean, every artist has their own approach to things, and I try just visually look at a reference. I draw what I see, and then my graphite, my initial sketch doesn't always quite hit the likeness, so it's always fun to see how I could pull it back with colors and little tweaks here and there to kind of get that likeness to come back to where it needs to be. And that one turned out really well. I was happy with that one.
Well, it is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I probably would buy that one. from somebody, whoever won it.
Yeah.
Hagrid, you got. I mean, I know he recently passed, and it's been on a lot of people's mind.
Yeah, and that I can't remember the timeline, but that might have been the reason why I pulled that one. But just from those movies, Haggard was kind of one of the I get drawn to the kind of side characters, the ones that aren't quite the main characters, and Haggard obviously stands out physically and just attitude wise,
Best supporting role,
for sure.
definitely. I actually bought a VHS of Harry Potter, the original Harry Potter, today at a thrift store.
Right on.
All right, so we got an orc, right?
Norco.
So how was that movie? How was that series?
It was, I mean, visually it was awesome. It was right on par with the Lord of the Ring movies, like the digital work, the cinematography, everything was spot on. So I really enjoyed it.
How about the storyline?
There's always a critic in the group, but if it's a good visually, I'm going to enjoy it regardless. I'm not one of the ones. I'm not a type of person that has read the books, so it's the cinematography and the visuals that I enjoy. So
You're like me, even though I do read a lot. A movie's a movie and a book's a book. I've
you
always
gotta
said
take them
that.
at face value. You're going to value them each for their own medium. And if you go into a movie expecting a book, then you're automatically going to be disappointed.
Absolutely, I believe that too. You can write fiction, but putting it on a screen is completely different.
Yeah.
So Margaret Hamilton, that's the original Wicked Witch of the West. Isn't that correct?
Right. Yeah. I think I had done a search for classic villains, and I saw that reference photo, and I was like, that was going to be my choice. So I was happy it turned out well.
Yeah. And Mork, I still have an original unopened wax packs of Mork and Mindy, and they're very expensive. They're like $400, $500, $600 a box.
That's crazy, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
And then you got Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze.
That was the one card I kind of did out of my head. The rest of them are all referenced, as you can tell. It's not as photorealistic, not as realistic as some of the other cards.
Yeah, but it's comic.
But I try my best with some of the original stuff, and I like the way that one turned out.
So I'm an 80s guy. I love 80s comics. I love 90s, well, mostly 80s, Bronze Age comics. And to me, I mean, these cards are phenomenal. Being able to draw like that, there's some people that look at comics today where you see realism versus fantasy and comic.
Right.
I believe that the comic covers, I like them better.
Yeah.
This looks like a picture. That's how great it is. But I know it's original. So it's amazing. But when it comes to comic books, I really like the fantasy and the comic of the Bronze Age.
Right.
So anyway, it's cool. Real cool. Then you got Oscar. He's from the Muppets or the Sesame Street?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. That's right. That's what I thought. I mean, it looks just like it. Looks like him. And then you got Man Thing. Did you like the Werewolf by Night?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Again, it was it was like a departure from what the other Marvel series and the feel of the other Marvel series had a different feel to it, but I enjoyed it for sure.
I think it's one of their best ones they've done. Yeah. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Then you got
Dr. Bunsen.
Bunsen. Yeah, Bunsen. I don't know. I know you talked about him a lot. I guess he was one of your favorite characters. I mean, I knew who he was, but I just didn't know a lot about him.
Yeah, it was him and his sidekick Beaker always had the really funny voice and the long skinny head with the the fiery red hair on the top of his head. So.
That's right. I know who it is now. I know where it's at.
Yeah.
And then Adam Sandberg.
Yeah, Jake Peralta.
Andy
from Brooklyn
Sandberg.
Nine-Nine.
Do what?
It was Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. One of my wife's favorite shows. It's fun.
Darren was telling me about it.
I watched with her, so that was a throw-in for my wife.
Okay. Well, I believe that everybody's going to love these cards. One thing about Gabe's Cave, our subscribers are from like, the average age is not like young. It's more 35 to, our age.
Right.
And so it's wild. We really thought we would be a younger generation, but I think the average age is like 35 years old.
Yeah.
So
not overly surprising, I don't think, for me anyway.
yeah,
I feel like it was kind of our generation started, kind of had that collective mind, like the collector's mind, and nostalgia brings us back to those, both in comics and shows and stuff like that. So,
have you done any shows?
conventions, you mean?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've only been to one, just as a visitor, and that was just this past year. And I've signed up for my first con here in August, locally here, to set up a table as an artist. So that'll be my first foray into it. So I'm really looking forward to it. So.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I've been doing a lot of. That's partly why I started doing the acrylic paintings. Trying to do some original canvas paintings with some of the pop culture characters and Marvel Cinematic characters and stuff like that.
So where do you live at in Canada? Where do you live in Canada?
I'm
right?
on the East Coast. Yep. So province of New Brunswick. I'm in around the city of Fredericton. I'm just on the outskirts of what would be Fredericton, which is the capital of New Brunswick. So.
Okay. You don't have much of an accent at all.
From around, if you were Canadian, you would know that I was from the East Coast, but from outside of Canada, unless you're from Newfoundland or something like that, then the accents aren't quite as dramatic.
So we go to Lake of the Woods all the time in Ontario.
Right.
And you can tell their accent.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Quebec, obviously. Newfoundland's got a strong accent. Parts of Nova Scotia, Cape Breton will have strong accents. In New Brunswick, in particular, there's slight variations to accents. Like I went to St. John, which is only an hour away from where I am, and get into a cab years ago, and I just said hello to the cab driver. And he said, "What part of the Miramichi are you from?" Like he knew I was from a certain part of the province. So there's little subtleties in her accents that you don't notice unless you're actually from the area.
So are you still working at aren't you working at an art store?
Yeah, I left Walmart. I was with Walmart for 23 years, left there as one of the management team members, and just wasn't enjoying that anymore. And just about 2 years ago, I started working at a local art shop, and just as a full-time employee, and it's been the best thing ever. That's kind of what I got exposed to, all the different supplies and mediums, and of course my wallet gets nervous every time I go to work now, because I just want to buy something new and try something new. But it's been great. Mentally, it's been perfect. So it's right where I need to be.
We have Chris, and we have a lot of our employees here. They all shop here a lot too.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it's the fun part of working here. It's not like a real job. It's what you love to do.
I was gonna say, if you do what you love, it's never considered work. And your shop is amazing. So it'd be awesome to get there one day to just stroll through and have a look.
Well, one day you can. Yeah, come in for a weekend. We have we put everybody up, and just have a great time.
You guys are doing an awesome job. You guys got a lot of things going on. You've always got people stopping by, doing signings and stuff like that. So hopefully it's all working out well for you, because I'd love to see you guys continue with that.
Well, we're trying to grow this year. This is one of our biggest things. I guess we've been doing our YouTube probably about 5 or 6 years, maybe. We started out at a Facebook Live show and then changed to YouTube, and it hadn't grown as fast as what we thought it would. Giving away stuff all the time, and everybody still thinks, well, what's the catch?
Right.
And you would think after 4 seasons, excuse me, that it's not there's not a catch.
No.
We don't get paid. This is strictly a 100% giving back to the community.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So hopefully this year we can double our subscribers. That would be pretty amazing.
Congratulations on 4,000, by the way. I saw you finally hit 4,000. So
finally,
nice.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It definitely we've been plateaued for a while. But
it seemed like it was it got to 39 point something, stayed there for a bit. But it was nice to see the 4K for sure.
It is. We got to start giving away more stuff for hitting 4 and 5 and 6,000. I really think that we could hit 10,000 subscribers this year. And really it's just by sharing. I don't know if our subscribers think, well, if we get more subscribers, we might not win as much.
I've been on a downward slump myself. I haven't won a card in quite a few weeks, but it's not necessarily about winning the cards, right? You guys put on a different show every week. It's something different, so it's always fun to watch.
Well, we will continue to do that. We're actually revamping a few things. We're going to do some unboxing, some comics, just have fun. When we first started, Gabe's Cave was really, really fun, and that's what we hope we're bringing back. And we may be goofy and it may be stupid and it might not be what everybody wants to hear, but we're going to laugh and cut up whether our audience likes it or not.
If you're enjoying it, that's the main thing.
All right. Well, James, I really appreciate you on board with us for, I think this is our 4th season. I guess, are you taking commissions?
I'm always open to commissions. Your best bet is to reach out to me on my Instagram. It's probably the one social media that I use the most, and anything I do on there links to my Facebook automatically. So, Lunch Doodle James on Instagram.
All right. Well, thank you, James. We appreciate it very much, and look forward to talking to you down the road.
Right on. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed that interview. If you want to win those cards, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, go to the link in the description, hit that link, fill out all your information so we can send those cards right out to you.
Our artists that we have, you build a relationship with a lot of these artists, and it's really touching to hear some of their stories, and we're gonna start doing a little more digging on our interviews. I really believe that we always ask them what they use and things like that, but let's just get to know them. I'm really wanting to just talk to them, see what they're up to. How's their life going? You'd be surprised what some of these artists go through. And, it might, you might relate to them. You might connect with them. And it might be somebody who you want to start following and maybe get a commission for, maybe touch your life, things like that. Comics and artwork and things like that, which go hand in hand, the cards and the comics go hand in hand to me. You can relate. Comics was a way people used to just get away from the everyday world. It's something that they can laugh at. They may have a job that they didn't like, or a bad situation at home, and you just be able to pick up a comic and get lost. And that's really what we want to do. We want to start bringing back having some fun. Just bring comics to the world, and that's really what I'm going to be excited about, what my passion is, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. we have our dollar auction nights. We start off just about all of our auctions at $1. Every Thursday night, Uncle Nasty, myself, sometimes a couple other people will bring you the dollar auction nights. We'll have a few other books that we're going to be auctioning off or buy it nows, but the majority of the auction will be dollar auction nights, and it's a good way to get some current, some backstock books, things like that.
Definitely check out your boy Nasty.
Absolutely.
Because he's going to be entertaining, if anything else.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us today. Until next time, have a good one.
Bye.